Dr. Dre being implicated in the shooting of Suge Knight.
We want to say right at the beginning, Dr. Dre says this is BS.
He says this is a ridiculous theory. But yes, we now know that that Suge Knight and his attorney think that a sheriff's deputy was conspiring to get him to kill him in that shooting. It was at One Oak in West Hollywood.
Can I just clarify one thing? When you say he's implicated by Suge's lawyer and by Suge, not by the police or anything.
Not by the police or anything. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Go on.
Good
I just wanted to make that clear.
But yeah, so remember the shooting? Suge Knight got shot 7 times at One Oak, and
kept on ticking.
Amazingly. But he says he has a theory, or his lawyer has a theory about what happened that night.
So the lawyer thinks that you know, the gunman who came in was allowed in by an off-duty sheriff's deputy, and that the deputy knew, at least the theory is, according to the lawyer, the deputy knew this guy was up to no good. The guy walked in and literally began shooting.
There are theories that's why he got in with a weapon.
Because of the cop, that the cop let him in. And what happened was that eventually the shooter was let go because they didn't have the evidence they needed against him temporarily. According to Suge's lawyer, there is video of that shooter and this deputy at LAX where the shooter made his escape afterwards. So they're saying, gee, at LAX, the same deputy shows up with that guy, and they're saying it's enough evidence for them that this was a gigantic conspiracy.
But then more so, aren't they saying that they believe the deputy helped this gunman flee the country?
Well, that's what I'm saying about
at LAX, right.
But now for Dr. Dre.
Yeah, well, the part of it with Dr. Dre is they're saying that, remember, Dr. Dre and Suge have a very storied bad history because Dr. Dre used to be a producer at Death Row, and he wanted out and he left, but Suge Knight was not happy about that.
Suge Knight kept all of his music.
Well,
he did. He kept all of the masters and all of the stuff to some of the classic music that Dre left. Dre left Death Row, but he left with nothing, just his name and his talent.
Exactly. So according to the theory is that the shooter confessed that Dr. Dre confessed. Now, who did he confess it to?
They're saying
Are they clear about that in the documents?
The documents claim that he told, at least from what I'm gathering, the sheriffs, right, the investigators, that
Dr. Dre
paid him
$50,000.
Correct, and then for some reason, the documents claim the sheriffs released the gunman after that, and then helped him get away.
It's a weird story. Now, Dr. Dre, again, says this is absolutely ridiculous. He said it's made out of whole cloth, that this is Suge Knight just desperately trying to...
Can I tell you what doesn't make sense about the theory? I mean, other than some of the logistic details, it doesn't make any sense for Dr. Dre to do this. Dr. Dre should have no beef with Suge Knight at this point. Dr. Dre went on to become a massive success, whereas Suge has kind of struggled since Dre left. And Death Row went away, and he lost Death Row Records.
What would be the basis of the grudge?
Right. Dre would not be the one who has a grudge. If anything, Suge might have a... But what bad blood?
No, I believe, listen, I think, you know...
It makes no... I mean, Dr. Dre's right. It is completely ridiculous.
Somebody is just so angry at somebody that they never let it go, and it builds and builds, but that doesn't seem like Dr. Dre.
He had no reason to be. I mean, Dre's right. This is ridiculous. Like, they were here together, and then they split up, and then Dre went up here.
Dre won to a degree that no other figure in rap has ever won.
Right.
Like, he's the biggest guy in the history of the game financially.
He's a billionaire.
And you could argue by influence as well. So, like, it doesn't make sense he'd have any type of gripe with him. I agree with Charles on that.
Yeah, it totally worked out
I'm not arguing that Dre did it. I'm just saying that just because somebody does better than the other person doesn't necessarily take the grudge away.
It could be personal stuff. Yeah, I get it.
Hey, it is Nate from Northern California, and I just want to chime in about the Suge Knight story. I'm not sure whether he's guilty or innocent. Both sides seem correct, but what I can say about Suge Knight is he does have a history of being embedded with the conspiracy, and he's a gangster.